Let's go ahead and jump into our next, or I guess our first review of the day or night or whatever part time you're listening to this. We're going to talk about Masters of the Universe, Revelations, Part Duel. Let's go ahead and start off with you,
Let me go
Jaron.
Let me go last on this one.
Oh, you want to go last on this one? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, because mine's going to be short and sweet, so you can go.
Okay, well then let me go give everybody. The story continues with Skeletor and his newfound strength, attained with the Sword of Power, attempting to fulfill his dream of killing Prince Adam, now that he is in a weakened state. Teela, Man-at-Arms, and Andra, Cringer, every time I think of Cringer, I think of Jaron. Cringer and the Sorceress all do their best to hold him off. Okay, I guess, Jason, do you want to go first on this one then?
I'll go real first, and this review is gonna be real short. I couldn't even get through the first episode. I was bored halfway through, and I was like, I don't feel like watching the rest of this. And I kind of like, and I like the first part. Like the first part was really engaging, and this one, when Mark Hamill is hamming it up as Skeletor, and I was just like, I guess what Darren sees in this property now. This kind of sucks to me. and I've been busy this week, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna watch the rest of these episodes. This is the thing that's not gonna happen this weekend because I don't have any interest in watching any of the rest of the show. So maybe it's good. I don't know. Because the first episode,
a very brutally honest assessment here.
I don't know if you guys know, but we bring the professionalism here in Inward from Nerd.
I tried. I gave it my college attempt, my honest college attempt. I was like, I sit down. I was like, I'm going to watch this. And then I was like, no.
To treat this like TV, after that great review, let's just go ahead and take an ad break, and we'll be right back. All right. We're right back. We're starting again. We're going to review, look at a review for Masters of the Universe, Revelations, Part 2. I guess I'll go ahead and jump on in here, and with what I have here. So basically, you wanted He-Man, and Kevin Smith said, "Fuck you, I'm gonna give you Adam." Now there's nothing wrong with Adam. The show,
there's plenty of things wrong with Adam.
Right? It is Masters of the Universe. So when I realized that Kevin Smith was being sneaky and being like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you a bunch of Masters of this universe because this is going to be a revelation," that you realize that like He-Man really ain't important and is a boring ass character. That's why we're not even talking about him. And that's what I realized this whole 2-part series is about. He-Man being the shits, and nobody gives a shit about him. We did get payoffs in the second half of it. Things with his parents, with Adam and his parents. We get, what's going to happen with Skeletor, but also we got things in this part 2 that I was welcoming, and I thought it was really cool. We got savage ass He-Man. That's pretty dope to me. That dude was like killing shit with his bare hands and living his best life. We get the payoff for Evil Lynn, which I thought that was a very fitting thing because they did spend a lot of time with Teela and her in part 1. So to give them pushed into the forefront, I thought that was good, good script writing, good storytelling. But again, it goes to the point that the name of this is Masters of the Universe, not He-Man, because Kevin Smith makes sure that by the time you finally get He-Man, the credits are about to roll and the show about to be over. That's exactly what happens here. I felt differently about Mark Hamill's Skeletor because I just felt like it was a bad version of the Joker. So it was like Skeleton Joker, bro. And I was like, I had a way better version and DVDs in my garage of Mark Hamill being great. This Skeletor was just a bore to me. Like it was like, oh well, yeah, he's doing the same stuff that he did in the 90s on a way better show. Buffy the Vampire Slayer as Teela. I felt she was better in part 2, but I don't know if it's just because I got used to the mediocre voice acting she did that I was, this ain't too bad.
Prinze Jr. is a much better voice actor.
100%. Also, I did have a problem with it, which I'm starting to become as a problem with everything when it comes to like everybody simping for white women. I didn't know He-Man's mother was like an earthling. So this motherfucker traveled through the multiverse and picked like this generic ass white chick and was like, yeah, this is gonna be my queen. What the hell are we doing in these streets? But whatever, that's another thing. We'll talk about it on another show when we go on a real 2-man Blacker Than Black show. We'll have that conversation for another day.
Especially as black men who have biracial children, by the way, y'all.
Right. Like, yes. But so I don't think this surpasses the 2000 version. I think, but it is a good mix of it. It is a good mix of the 80s fluff. Yeah, yes, I know, right? It is a good mix of the 80s fluff,
white
but
women.
like, and new age storytelling.
I'm sorry. Go on. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. And the last thing I did like about this is that it probably had the best team up since the Mega Powers, but also it was just as short lived as the Mega Powers between He-Man and the other cat, cackling Skeleton Joker. So other than that, man, okay, all right. What about you, Jerry? I'll let you go ahead and back clean up here.
Yeah, the animation was all right. That's about all I can say for it. It's not sneaky. The fact that he called it Masters of the Universe, he let us know from the rip that we're not going to get any He-Man in this bitch. No, he's like, nah, I'm gonna tease you with it. But he was like, there's a reason I'm not calling it He-Man Masters of the Universe. I mean, I didn't have as much of an issue with Mark Hamill, but honestly, it's just because I kind of miss, hearing him being maniacal and wild and crazy. So I enjoyed it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you can't put him up against the Joker where he was going full tilt. This seems like he's older and doesn't want to blow his voice out. I guess. I don't know.
I mean, at this point, he might as well blow his voice out. He's fucking 70.
No, I wasn't a fan of this when it started, and I'm still not really a fan of it. So there we are.
Good. Let's go into the favorite segment for me, which is questions. I have some good ones for you guys. For this one, you're gonna love this. Before we do that, I guess we give our rating. Jason, what is your rating?
I wasn't feeling this one. It's a 1.
Woo, Jaren.
Oh yeah, 1.2.
I just wasn't feeling it. Hey, for those people who might like this, have fun. It just wasn't for me.
I gave it a 3. I mean, it's good for all the bro dudes, and if you really like He-Man, I think it's a good Masters of the Universe story. So I don't mind. It didn't bother me that much. All right, so questions. We can go ahead and officially go and start this because now we gave our ratings, and I don't know if I want even to do questions because you guys hated it so much.
No, we can still do.
All right.
No, I want the questions.
So we ready? Mary.
Mary fuck kill.
Yes.
Okay, all right, I'm down for this.
We got Teela, Evil Lynn,
and
He-Man's mom. Mary fuck kill.
We can't. Okay. This is easy. Marry Evil Lynn.
Okay.
Fuck Evil Lynn. He does the weird shit.
Fuck He-Man's mom and kill Teela because she's probably not interested in me in the first place. And that's not saying that, but I just don't want to do nothing that she doesn't want to do. That's what I'm saying. All right.
Yeah.
Jared, for you,
I'm swapping 2 of those. Fuck Evil Lynn, murder the mom, and marry Teela. Yeah.
Okay.
Hondo.
All right.
I just don't want to force her. I know she would be unhappy in a marriage with me, so I don't want to force her into that. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, they still use swords in this era, so she may be used to suppressing that side of her. All right. Who would win in a fight, Savage He-Man or Intellectual Hulk?
Ooh.
And I make sure I pick the intellectual one.
I always pick the intellectual one especially because he's got brains and bronze.
Right. You can think
and you can always think his way out of something. You always want to use your noggin first.
But technically, the intellectual one doesn't have the Hulk rage, so he's not as strong or fast as the Savage.
But he's still strong and fast. He's just not as strong and fast as Rage Hulk.
And there is a point at which just brawn and raw strength overpowers. You just lose the time to be able to think and plan something out. So if
Batman, he would fuck them both up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give it to Hulk if he's got time to prepare. But if this is a surprise fight, I think Savage.
I mean, if he gets blitz, if anybody gets blitz, you're gonna fucking lose.
Yeah, you get dropping. Yeah, I think that's it. So
all right.
But give Batman a week. He's figured it out. He's figured them both out.
All right. Who wins in a fight, He-Man or Lino?
He-Man.
Yeah, 100.
Okay.
I mean, they basically when he becomes He-Man, he's.
I mean, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. He-Man's not interested in fighting Lino. They're interested in having a naked wrestling match where they're greased up and they're just holding each other down.
Jason, stop projecting. We're on a life.
and they're just like, I got you. And then like, "Grr."
Jason never left that bar in Savannah he was talking about earlier.
Never.
Think about
Never,
that every
ever.
day.